Hello everybody, welcome to Art by Panema, and on this video today I'm going to be showing you how to do a graphite drawing and a shading tonal method on a bird of paradise. So first of all, I'm starting off with my Faber-Castell graphite pencils. I've started off with a HB pencil and I'm doing some elliptical movements on the base of the flower. I'm using the edge of the pencil here just so that you can make sure that you don't get any sharp edges. So you need to just spread the graphite very gently. I'm holding the pencil right at the edge, so I've got a lot of movement. I'm just using small circular motion. So I'll do this on all of the base area. Here I'm using a 5B pencil. This is a little bit softer, which means I can put a little bit more graphite onto the bird of paradise now. Just going over the same area as I did previously, using the same elliptical circular movements. This time I'm holding the pencil a little bit closer just so I can make sure that I can get into the small corner areas and control the pencil a little bit better. I'm going to start to blend with my blending stump. What I'm doing is just gently rubbing using the same elliptical movements, and I'm spreading the graphite around the base area, making sure that it's going into the light area as well. Okay, now I'm taking my HB pencil again and I'm just starting to do a tiny little feather-like petal on the right hand side. This time I'm using a slightly smaller blending stump just so I can get into the tiny area of this petal. Just making sure that I put a piece of tissue underneath my hand so that I don't mark the paper as I'm blending. Going back to the same pencil now, the HB, I'm just adding more graphite to the petals. I add a little bit and then I start to blend it. Go through the petals in this way, one by one. I add the graphite, starting off usually with the HB and then moving up if I need to a slightly softer pencil. In this case you can use a 2B or a 3B, and then I just blend it in. I'm using a brush here to remove any shavings from my eraser. I just erased a little bit out that was just didn't need to be there. Just going around sharpening the edges here. Here I'm just going round with a pencil to sharpen some of the lines and taper the edges. If I've got a little bit of graphite just over the area that doesn't need to be there, I just need to erase it. Just using a very fine eraser this time, just to go into the finer areas, and I'm just rubbing out some of the graphite that's just spread into the areas in between. Here I'm using a even softer pencil. I'm using 5B, and I'm going to start on the thick stem. So again, I'm going to be holding the pencil on its edge to get some nice soft graphite transferring onto the paper. There's quite a large area to cover for the stem, so I'm just going to go down from the top to the bottom. I'm going to start to blend the stem out now, making sure that I spread the graphite all the way down the stem. The majority of the graphite is put on the left hand side, and then I'm just spreading it onto the right. Okay, that's the flower done now. What I'm doing is I'm just using a putty eraser, just kneading it, and then what I'm going to do is just lift out some graphite just to show some of the highlights. And to do this, you just press it onto the graphite area and just lift it back up. I'm going to take a little bit off the stem as well. This brings me to the end of my bird of paradise. I hope you've enjoyed watching it and that it'll inspire you to have a go. Thank you very much for watching this video.